Hey guys, Zalk here, and today we're going to be looking at the kind of best settings, at least in my opinion, for War Thunder here on console. If you guys don't know, they actually just put out their kind of Halloween update, as you guys can see. Or I'll kind of show some of it. Like there's pumpkins over there, some in-game different music. They also had like some Senrai Maidens update. There's like some vehicles or something like that with like, I don't know, some type of anime collaboration that they're doing. But besides that, guys. We're going to go through all the kind of best settings here. A lot of them I think you guys won't know about, at least if you're new to War Thunder. Maybe you haven't checked out all the settings yet. And this is going to be, of course, my personal preference, but I think it's going to be most viable for most people, and it's definitely going to give you an upper edge when you're in your game. So, yeah, guys, without further ado, maybe I'll kind of just preface. I have like 100+ hours on the game, and I feel like I'm just now beginning to really feel like I know what to do in the game in terms of every situation I'm in, and really kind of just play them the best of my ability. I haven't really done much of any other country here other than USA, which is kind of the hardest one to grind. They have the most planes, and so I'm getting close somewhat now to the Cold War era jets, so kind of like the first jets for America. I've grinded Sweden a little bit, but that's basically it. But yeah, without that, or now with that said, we're gonna go and check out the menu here, and then go to options. We're gonna kind of run through everything. This is, of course, just for like the air battle stuff. I'm basically like 99% of the time pretty much only do air arcade battles. It's kind of the main way I grind this game, and it's what I like to play. So this should also, or this stuff should be like kind of all the same stuff for you guys. What it looks like. I guess I have gamma correction on that right there. Loading screen filter doesn't matter. Okay, this is what matters though. So just press whatever button you see right there. You can just press A on it. This should be the settings for this. This is kind of like what the game looks like. So for the TPS sharpness, I think it like I want to say it like starts at like maybe even none. But you're gonna want this all the way up because this actually makes the game look way better in my opinion, by far. Vignette I have half. Dynamic LUT I have this on. All of that I don't have anything. This should be everything else. Film grain, it's kind of like your decision. I think it looks way better off personally because you kind of see more definition and all that stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the main post FX settings. Definitely the TPS sharpness one is the most important one right there. Just gonna make your game look way better. Right here we have the common battle settings. I don't think there's anything in here I've changed. Maybe camera shake I've turned all the way off. I don't even know what sense of flight does, but I just have that I guess on 20. Okay, now this is kind of like the main settings right here that we're gonna go more into detail about. Some of these, like one of the things that's definitely personal preference is whether or not going up or down on your right joystick is gonna actually control whether you actually go up or down with your plane. Personally, when I go up, I like to go. It goes down in game. I'm not too sure. I have to I have to redo it in game to kind of figure it out. But I'm pretty sure when I go up, it might go down or up. I forget honestly, but you guys will see. But yeah, the aircraft's HUD color. This I have to green. So kind of gonna do some interface elements. You see right there, radar stuff like that. Now the parameters of the HUD I have black. I think this is like the stuff like in the top left. So yeah, it says right there your throttle, your speed, your altitude. That's kind of the stuff you see in the top left that you definitely want to know, like how much throttle are you doing, how what's your altitude, what's your speed. So that I have black. I could also recommend red on that just so you could maybe see it because sometimes black might not be good for some maps. But I have that on black. The aircraft alert colors, I have anything on yellow, orange, or red. The default view for me is always third person. I highly recommend, obviously, third person. I mean, for going in first person every once in a while is fun, just to kind of just have fun with it. But obviously, third person is definitely going to be way more better. The gun targeting distance, I have this always at 400. That should be the default setting for that. None of this you got to worry about. Of course, if there's any differences that you guys see with your game, then maybe you'd want to put it on my settings and try it out. Then you could do that as well. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is the stuff that we start to see that's a little bit different probably to your game. So the air radar scale I have at 133%. I don't know if that's max. Yeah, I guess it is max. Okay. So yeah, I have that at max. The crosshair for the aircraft. This is kind of personal preference again, but I have this just as the circle. And I think that's probably the best one. What that basically means is that it's going to be kind of like your reticle to shoot with. The one that's not the circle is the one, or the one that is the circle always is going to be the one where you're kind of moving your camera or like your gun to see where you're going to shoot. But this is the one that actually you're going to see where you're shooting. So I used to run it. I used to think I used to run it like this one, or maybe the top one right here. I think the top one is the default one, and I can't really remember honestly. I would never run the dot; it's just too hard to see. And so yeah, I would run the circle, kind of just because like you really need to see what you're trying to shoot at, and it's also nice for the circle. You can kind of just like have a better area of where you're seeing, where you're shooting at. That area is going to be where you're hitting. So that's kind of just my personal preference is to use the circle, as that's kind of the best way to really see where you're shooting and kind of just that general area. That's where the shots are going to be heading towards. So for the crosshair color, I would highly, highly recommend red. Um, Mainly due to a lot of the other colors, such as blue is going to be blocked off if you're any sea maps, which is a lot of maps is going to have water, and so that's going to blend in with the water. So you definitely don't want that. For the green, it's going to blend in with like forests and a lot of greenery and just like overall fauna and just like maps like that with a lot of forests and trees and stuff like that. So definitely, I would not do green either. I wouldn't do white either. That could blend in with the clouds. It could also blend in very, very easily with the snow maps. But red is like the one true one. I mean, you can do black, but like then again, it does mix in with just like other more dull colors, as well as like mountains and stuff like that, which is on a lot of maps as well. So I was using black for a little bit, but I found that red is just I think easily the best one for your crosshair color. And the only thing it's really gonna kind of like, I guess, mix into or look like anything that's red is the enemy. And you kind of want to be um, looking at the enemy with the red so you know what your red is and with your crosshair color, if that makes sense. Like, it's basically like there's nothing else other than the enemy that's going to be red on your screen other than the crosshair color now, and the enemy is going to be red as well. That's kind of going to be the main reason for why I think crosshair color red is the best. It just doesn't blend in with anything else, like I said. And it's just going to be the best kind of target for your crosshair right there. For the indicated airspeed, I have TAS. This is kind of just personal preference. Same with the indicated altitude. Just kind of depends where you're living, what kind of system you use, all that. So I just have it on this. This is, if you guys are wondering, yeah, I guess the American units. I forget which system we use. We use like a weird system that the rest of the world doesn't use, but this is the stuff I use. If you guys are in America, then this is the stuff you want to use right here. Um, the minimal safe radar altitude, I guess I have at 197. I don't even know really what that is, but I guess okay. Um, this stuff I just have all that stuff. Some of these settings I might change if I have if once I get into like the Cold War jets and like start stuff like that where like I actually have to worry about like the countermeasures, the flares, how fast I'm going, just like crazy shit like that. But right now I have like basically all the best World War II aircraft and everything before that, which I would assume you guys are kind of doing World War II, the World War II grind. Anything below that like World War One and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of going to be the main settings for the air battle. If we go to battle interface, this is what I have for all this. I have the squad nameplates as green, ally nameplates as blue. Anything that's an enemy or overheating or reloading. Actually, I'm gonna put this one to red as well. Let's put this to bright red. This will have bright red as well. But yeah, this is the default stuff. Your squads or anyone you're actually playing with, who's your friend or anything, will be green. Your regular teammates will just be blue. Anything like this, I just have to set to red. All this doesn't really matter. This is just all fine. And then measurement units. This is actually more important. This is going to be, like I said, the stuff that you guys, either if you're living in the US or outside the US, I know there might be some other systems that, or some of the countries that use the same stuff and metric system as America. So this is what you're going to want to use if you live in America. All these things right here, of course, Fahrenheit, feet per minute I have, feet per minute I have, miles, feet, and miles per hour for the speed. So yeah, that's all that stuff for that. What else we got here? Player markers, that I don't think really matters. Minimal vibration intensity, okay. Probably just turn that off. I don't need any vibration. Um, okay, it's already off anyway, so that's fine. Okay. Use recommended dead zone, I guess I have that on. Customization of vehicles. Always want to have this on. You definitely want to see other decals in game. That's pretty cool to me. And yeah, that should be, I guess, kind of everything. So yeah, kind of a little bit of a shorter video. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely like and subscribe for some more War Thunder content here on console. I am on Xbox if you guys want to know. So all that good stuff is, all these settings are basically for my Xbox controller. Although this should all be the same stuff for PlayStation, so you guys can get your settings in as well. But thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Zork out.